Glad to see your face right at the top, Juanita.
You're welcome.
If you pop on, show your face, say hello. We'll just wait another minute or two because it's just gone 8 o'clock. So, hi, Deb.
Hello.
Oh, isn't this weather lovely?
No.
No, it's howling wind here.
It's raining here.
Pouring here, and I'm hoping the internet plays nice to me. If it disconnects me in between, I'll be most upset. Okay, we'll just wait and see whether a couple more pop on and then we'll get started because it is 8 o'clock and I don't want to keep you ladies up. A wet and windy day, wet windy night means lovely laying in bed listening to it. So everybody else, if you've popped on and you want to show your face and say hi, that would be great. I have got notes. I have made some notes. Let's hope we stick to them. All right, we might get started. Hi. So we've got a few on, but I know Cindy will be back shortly. So I don't know. We might wait till another minute or so, let people pop in. I don't know whether I've got my viewing right, so it views the whole gallery. That's a bit better. Okay. So can you all hear me okay? If you hear a click-clopping in the background, it's not my horse in the house. My dog is got bad legs and we've had new flooring put in and it's like, it's horrible. So if she comes around, you'll hear it and you'll think, what is that noise? But anyway, what is the time now? I've made it full screen. I can't even see the time. 8:03. Should we wait or should we get started?
Up to you.
Hey, this is a team thing. It's not my decision. I train the team. They make the decisions. No, they help with the decisions. So anyway, I'll get started and then whoever joins in can join in and the rest can watch the recording if it's recorded. So hello, everybody. I do see a couple of names that I recognise, but few I don't. So hello to everybody I don't know. And thank you to the girls in my team for logging on. I said to them today, I always get really nervous when I have to do these Zooms. I'd rather a Facebook one where I see my own face. And I said to them, please get on early so that I can see your face and concentrate on that. So it can be a bit overwhelming when you don't know people to be able to share these things with everybody. And I spoke to my team about what our subject was about. Hi, Mel.
Hey.
And if everybody could just mute themselves, that would be great. Unless you want to talk and ask a question, that's fine. And when Cindy asked me to do it for the I Am event, which I'm really was so disappointed that was cancelled, but it's great to, catch up with everybody in person. But these things happen. So when she asked me to do this chat, I was like, why would you ask me? Like, I'm only a new director. In the group, in our team, we feel like this is just normal what we do. Like, doesn't every group do these type of things? But apparently not. So I don't know if I've got anything that I will teach you tonight or whether I can give you any tips and hints. But what I'm here is just to share with you what our group does. What we get up to weekly, monthly, and hope that you just take away one thing that can help you. For those that don't know me, I'm only a new director. I went director in September last year. I joined in May the year before, and I got to director with my wonderful team, and it was only small at that stage. I think we had about 15, 16 girls maybe. And then obviously I went into Director Q, and it was just like, what are we doing wrong? But it was the sale. The sales always help you. And I wasn't ready to promote to director, to be honest with you. I was aiming for superstar consultant, and I double promoted. So I got the shock of my life, and I was up late at that night waiting for the figures to tick over, and I was messaging Juanita, who joined with me. She was my first teamie, and I'm messaging back and forth going, oh my God, this could actually happen. So when I went director, I thought, oh my God, now I have to step up and actually lead this team. I've never been a leader. I've always been quite private type of person. And my background was, you know, I've done a lot of things in life, but I was a property manager. I'm now an accounts manager, but I've never really succeeded in anything. So it came as quite a shock. And I really didn't do anything special, just whatever they told you to do, we did. So my first teamie was Juanita, and she's on here tonight. And she's also my niece. And we were like, okay, so what do we do? So we just followed the program. It followed to a T, and it said to do something, we did it. So then, when I got to director, I thought, my God, now I've got to help everybody else. So it was a bit of a shock. And then the Director Q came along, and I thought, oh, well, I expected that because the team had grown so quickly. And it wasn't until March this year that we hit director figures again, and we blew it out of the water. And the team last month, was it last month, April? When did we have the joint special? April? Someone nod? February?
March.
March. Okay, March. We pretty much tripled in numbers. And that was because I have an absolutely brilliant team, and we all have a brilliant team, don't get me wrong, but we work together as a team. So what I'm here tonight is just to explain to you a little bit about what our team does and how we work as a team. You can agree, you might not agree with some of the things that we do, and that's totally fine because everybody's an individual. This is just what we do, and Cindy's asked me to share that. So if you've got questions along the way, don't hesitate to answer. I'm not saying I've got don't hesitate to ask. I'm not saying I've got all the answers, but I will try my best. So basically our team works on three things: the desire to be successful, the determination to succeed in things that we never ever thought that was possible or that we could stretch ourselves to do, and the dedication to commit. The commitment is what I find I love about my team, is that they do commit, and they do try their hardest to get to whatever they commit to. So, so like I said, I'm hoping I can share a few tips and things with you that we do that you may be able to take to your team. I'd love to hear from some more leaders and find out what they do. Maybe we can take some of the tips back to our teams. But anyway, about when we hit directors, I think, to get ready to be a director, you can never, ever do that. And some people get there and they don't know what to do with their teams, and I was a bit like that. So I had to work out a plan to build the team, and what do we do? I was never one. I didn't even know how to do a live when I joined Sensi. I was like ringing my daughter saying, oh my God, I've got a party, I've got to go live. Where's the friggin' button? So I have no technical skills, and all my girls know that. They all have different things that they're really, really good at, and we ask for help from all of them. So it is about a team, and together we all achieve more because we help each other. So, okay, so what do we do? Now, you might want to write some of these things down. They might not mean anything to you. They might not help you. I don't know. I'm just sharing what we do. So weekly, we do live videos. If I'm able to, I do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Sometimes I do Monday, Tuesday. It just depends on what's going on, what releases we've got. You know, if someone's struggling with something and puts a question up. But I try and do it 2 to 3 times a week. So I just talk to the girls about different things we're going to try. What I've done lately, we've also set up a team chat as well as your team page. And in that chat room, any of the girls know that they can go there, and the girls that have been in longer can help them with a question. So if they're doing a party or they're speaking to someone and they go, oh my God, I don't know the answer, they've all been told to come back to that chat. Someone will be awake. Someone will always reply and help them. Hi, Cindy. So that is the two good things that we've found that work is having the group where we post, I'll explain what we post in there after, and the chat room where we can all chat about, you know, sometimes it's even just life things that are going on. Sometimes you get lost in the chat because so much has happened, and you get on, you think, oh my God, they've been having a really fun time today. So, we find that works for our team is to have both of them going at the same time. So we have regular challenges. Now the challenges are different all the time, and this is more to get the girls consistent. It's more to give them ideas. It's more to challenge them to stretch themselves. This month we're doing a daily challenge for a month. And what that is that every morning I will put up, this is what I need you to post today. That's not meaning that that's the only thing they post today. It's just what we're trying to do is get more interaction in our VIP groups, and we all have a personal our VIP group and a public page, which most of you probably do anyway. But we're trying to get the interaction up. And I know by a conversation that went on in the director's page the other day, a lot of people do struggle with the interaction in their VIP. And I'm trying, like I explained to my girls, it's because you're trying to sell Sensi. You're not sharing Sensi. And that is the huge difference. And that is where a lot of people struggle, is that they just get out there flyer after flyer after flyer, and it means nothing. People will look at it and go, oh my God, you know, like, not another damn flyer. So, but when you don't know that, and you don't understand how people think and how it all works, you don't know. So as a director, I put it on myself that I wanted to share with the girls how they can share their life, how they can open up, how they can let people in, how they can use their products and get the people to, to look at it in a different way, rather than that they're being sold something that, well, if that girl uses that for that and it works really well, maybe it will work on mine. So it's about teaching them to open up as well, which is a big lesson to a lot of people. I mean, like I said, I was a private person. To let people in is hard. It's the hardest thing that you can learn to do, but it's something that you do need to learn to do, is to let people into your life. And you can still have your personal stuff, but all my girls are just trying so hard to do this challenge for 30 days. And it's not hard stuff. It's one thing every day that they have to do. And it could be like fill in the blank question like we had yesterday. The day before was like share a recipe. And then it was like, come on girls, what else did we have? We're only up to day 10. I've forgotten already what we've done. They had to introduce one of their other team members and sort of tell their VIP groups about that team member. So it wasn't about them, because it's not about you. It's about what you can give everybody else. So that's what we're doing the challenges for, so that it helps all the girls realise that there's a different way to sharing Sensi. It's not just all about grabbing a flyer and saying, this is out, that's out. use the product yourself and share. And everybody knows that. That's a common thing. I mean, it's just a matter of getting into the habit of doing it. So that's why we're doing the challenges. We do different challenges all the time. This is just one that we were doing this month, but every month we try and have something different. So we have power hours. Now, I don't know if any of you have heard of the power hour. Probably you have. If you've been around for a little while, the power hours work for our team really, really well. We had a booking blitz where we got on our team chat, and I said to the girls, right, you've got an hour or half an hour, whatever you choose to do, get on there and message people. And we discussed prior to that power hour about different ways of asking, you know, about booking parties and things like that. And we get on the chat and say, right, go. And then people come back in between and say, oh, I don't know about this, I don't know about that. So we'd chat and we'd help each other out as we did that power hour. And then at the end of it, you come back and say, okay, I've got this many parties booked. It worked for some of us, it worked really well. For others, it didn't. And what the girls have learned is that just because something doesn't work for you once doesn't mean that you go, oh, that's no good, it doesn't work for me, I'm not going to do it again. It means that it just didn't work that time, come back and try it again. So that's why we keep our power hours up. And we do different ones. We either do booking parties or we do recruiting. So the power hours, if you've never tried them with your team, my God, try them, because they're a lot of fun, and the different responses you get is hysterical. So I also ask other girls to speak on our group page. Now, a lot of the girls are like, oh, I'm not doing lives, I'm not putting my face on there. And we all hate our face. I absolutely hate it too. I'm not going to speak and show my face. And I said to them, right, well, don't show your face then. Show the product, show what you do with it, and just speak in the background if that's what makes you uncomfortable. But then I get them to come onto our team chat, and I will do like, well, we call them like conversations, but they're team chats or whatever. I will get someone to come on that's really nervous about doing lives, and I'll come on with them. And then I will ask them questions about what they do in their sense of business, why they, you know, what their why is, how long do they commit to their business weekly, just all those type of questions. So it gets them talking and getting used to lives, but not in a way where they're on there themselves and they're nervous. So we do them quite regularly. I've just started with all the new girls because we had so many recruits in that join special. I'm just starting with all the new girls to get them to come on and introduce themselves, say who their sponsor is, why they joined Sensi, and what they want out of Sensi, so that the whole team gets to know each person and gets to know what they're about, so that when we are chatting in our chat room, we know who each person is and where they're from and who they're under and blah, blah, blah. I mean, obviously, as you get bigger, that's hard to do, but we find it works for us at the moment. So I've done that one. Everyone is encouraged, that group, it's called Team Harmony, and that came about from my horse. My horse is called Harmony. I encourage the girls to come on live whenever they come up with something exciting that they can share with the team. It's not just about me getting on there and going, do this, do that, try this, try that. It's about, I only have so much knowledge in my head. Every single one of those girls in our team is good at something that I'm not good at. So I want them to share it. I want them to feel that they can come on and share it with the rest of the girls and say, hey, look what I just did. Like we had one, Deb, she did not long ago, she came on, showed how she did Happy Mail. So, you know, and another girl got success in advertising in certain groups. So she came on and said, hey girls, have you ever tried this? And was really excited about it. So that gets the excitement up from other people too, that they, you know, someone in the team's tried it, it's worked, let's give it a go. So I encourage them to share them. If they go and watch videos from SSDs or whatever, I encourage them to share it, the link back to the page, so that, because we all look for different things, I can't be finding everything. If you see something worthwhile and it's got something in there that you think the team could, you know, grow by or learn from, share it. They share personal photos, because I'm hopeless with photos, but some of the girls are really good. So they'll take photos and go, here's all my photos from today. You know, feel free to use them. And I know we do that in the GVT too. Everybody shares photos and things, which is brilliant. But it's nice to have your whole team doing it too, especially when we're doing challenges and we're looking for things, certain things. So we do shout outs, obviously, every month. We always shout out for every single person that becomes active. And what I've done with my team now is, because it was getting to the point where I couldn't shout them all out, I didn't know, I couldn't keep up with the reports. I got anybody who's our lead and above to shout out their own people. So they have to learn to use the reports, and they have to learn to come on and shout out their people. And sometimes we double up. I might see something and go blah, 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 and someone goes, oh, you beat me to it. I was just putting that up. So, you know, but it means that nobody misses out on getting recognised for the effort that they put in. So the team leaders above are encouraged to work with their reports and do all that sort of stuff. And we do, with the team leaders, we have a separate Zoom meeting or Facebook meeting or whatever we decide to do, and talk about things that we don't talk about with everybody, because some people don't understand what we're talking about. We always have a group challenge every single month for top sales and top recruiter. And I'm sure you all do that. So they have to, at the beginning of every month, I put a post up and say, okay, what's your commitment this month? And they'll put 1,000 PRV and 1 recruit or whatever. And everybody who wants to join in will put their commitment underneath it so that it's there. And obviously we don't all achieve that. We don't achieve what we put up, but it doesn't matter. It means that you've put it in your head that that's what you want to do. Some bypass it and go a lot further. And obviously they get a big shout out for that. But we have a prize every month for the person who recruits the most people and who is the top salesperson. So that's just another little thing we do. The team, we all struggle with compliance. We all know that's a big, big thing. And not all of us are good. I'm hopeless at reading things. I'll read stuff and then, you know, it goes in this ear and out the other. So we found out who was good at compliance in the group, and we made them the compliance officer in our group, in our team. So what we do is then, if you've got a question about compliance and you're not sure, check with this person first. If she's not sure, then she'll check with me. And if I'm not sure, I'll check with Cindy. So we go up the line, or Casey. It just makes it a lot easier that people are not out there thinking, oh my God, I don't know the answer to this. Who can I go to? There's one person and that person is happy to do it. So obviously we don't bombard her, but she's very good at doing what she does. So they all feel that they're comfortable to go to her and ask if she's got, and that's Juanita, who's on here tonight. She's absolutely brilliant at it. And I was quite happy to hand over that part of it. So I always go to her too and say, can you just check this before I post it? So we have leader chats, like I said before. The leader chats, if you're a lead and above, we usually have like a Zoom meeting or something like that. But I also do try and do a 15 to half, depending on the person, half an hour chat once a month, just to find out where they're at, where their group's at, what they're doing with their group, because they all have their own little separate groups, you know, where they're stuck, where they're struggling, and the feedback that they're getting from their team. So we do that as well. We do a monthly recruiting. Every month we either do the power hour, like I suggested before, or we do a recruiting night on Facebook, just a Facebook chat thing. And all the team invites whoever they want to come in and have a listen. And I'll just do a Facebook chat about what Sensi is, how you can join, the different ways that you can join, and what you can get out of it. So they all know that they can invite whoever they want. Sometimes it's just us. We don't get extra people in, but we still do it. We still commit to it, even though it's just us, because you don't know. The event's usually set as public, so you don't know who pops in, and we have had a few people pop in. So, yeah, so that I find that works really well. We get together face-to-face when we can. We've got a dinner thing coming up because one of our team members from Melbourne's come up. So we have had a barbecue here at my place before, and had a good night where all the men come and the kids, and we can't do that very often these days because of everything that goes on, but we do it whenever we find the chance to do it. Okay, for the new members, all the team is all the leaders and above are usually following the same process, and that is from the very simple book that we get when we join in the Welcome to Join Sensi. So if you're not going by that book, you're really missing out, because you don't have to guess anything. And I just say to the girls, if you want your girls to succeed, do what it says in the book, because that's what Juanita and I did, and we both got level 1, 2 and 3. We got our shooting star. It tells you what to do. There's no guessing. So if the girls ever question me, oh, what should I do when this girl starts? Go to your book, get them a book. If you can't get it, download it. It's printable. And then sit there with them and go through, this is what you need to do in your first 15 days, and put the date in for them. This is what you need to do next. If you want the girls to be successful, they need to be doing that sort of stuff. So it's very simple. The book's all set out. You don't have to guess it. And if everybody's doing the same, well, then it's repeating over and over. I did, a couple of the girls when they first started were struggling with, they either didn't have their kit yet, or they only had a couple of things, and they were going like, can we, we're struggling with doing a Facebook party because we don't have a video of the products. And I used to do little videos and they weren't real good and we were struggling. So what I ended up doing, I did a YouTube video of all the products that I had, and I did like a talk over, about what the products were and what you can get and all that sort of stuff. And I just set it so that all my girls were in there. They could use the YouTube link for a party until they got enough of their own and they felt comfortable doing their own. So that was just something that I did to take the pressure off them, that they needed to have all those products straight away, but they could still run their parties. And I mean, the kit, if you get the bigger kit, it's got everything you possibly need in it anyway, but it was just something that was easy and simple, and the girls felt comfortable they could use it. All the leaders are shown how to check the reports, and I'm still learning. Don't get me wrong, God, I look on there sometimes and think, what the hell, where do I find this? Or the girls will message me and say, how do I tell if this person's, and I'm going, oh, hang on a minute, give me 10 minutes to play, because I'm not an expert at it at all. Like I said, I'm not technical at all. So teach your girls to check their reports. And as all my girls are taught, our team's all taught that the first thing they do is go to their workstation. In the FAQs, in the training, if you can't find an answer there, then you go to your sponsor. And then if your sponsor doesn't know, then they will find out for you, or that person will message me direct, and hopefully I know the answer. But first of all, they're all taught to go there to look first, because it's all set up for you. There's no guessing of anything. Someone, might have a tricky question about a product and does it do this, or is it this, or is it that? The FAQs are all there for you. All you have to do is screenshot the little bit and send it to them. You don't have to type it out or anything. We screenshot it and we send it off, and the answer's there, and it's all in Sensi's words. So you can't go wrong. So use your workstation to every type of thing that you need. There's games in there, there's everything. You need to spend the time and go through that and really get to know your workstation instead of just using it to book parties and do orders. So the other thing that we do, and I'm not going to go on for too much longer because I know everybody wants to go to bed. What is the time, by the way? Oh, we're doing well. It's only half an hour. So I won't keep you long. I know, good. All team members are encouraged to chat to the team about their highs and lows. And I know some of you will cringe with that and go, you don't want to discourage all your new people because they come on and say this, this and this. But there is always going to be highs and lows. There's always going to be people quit. There's always going to be people who go, oh, I tried what you said and it didn't work. Well, you just saw it worked for 10 other people. So what did you do different? Let's discuss it and break it down. So sometimes those highs and lows actually grow your team more and get them closer together, because they can see that the other people are real people and that they are struggling too, or they are, having success at something they're doing and they're excited about it. So encourage your girls to share the highs and lows. We all know we're real people. Things happen. You get things in life that bring you down. And if you try and come on and be someone you're not, we all know what Sensi stands for, and the girls know they have to be authentic. Why come on and be someone you're not when you're not going to be able to keep that up anyway? So if you're having a low day, obviously you're not going to come on and pass that on to your customers. You're still going to come on and come across that you're, confident. But people need to know you're real as well. So, you don't have to be that bubbly type person every single day. But by going to our chat room, they can talk about that sort of stuff. And the other girls are there to support them through it. So it's really important, well, in our team anyway, to share how we feel. If someone is really annoyed about something, share it. And we all discuss it together. So I think it makes the team stronger, and that's what we discussed as a team. Like when Cindy asked me to do this, we don't feel that we do anything different to what everybody else out there is doing. And I was like, I don't know what to say, because we don't do anything different. But we are very close as a team, and we encourage each other a lot. The girls even encourage me. Like, I have days as well, don't get me wrong. I have the same days as they all have. And they will give me a kick up the butt too and say, get out there and try this. It works. It works because you told us to do it in the first place. So, but the girls, they all talk to each other, no matter where they are. Like we've got girls in Melbourne, we've got girls in South Australia, girls in Queensland, all over the place. And, they all live totally different lives. But by communicating with each other, yes, there's good and bad, but the good outweighs the bad in the end. So it's definitely worth doing it. So there's not really much more that I can tell you, except for that pretty much our team goes by the Sensi standards. And if you make it simple and you make it so that it's duplicatable, then it's not hard, and that's all we do, is that we stick to what the program tells you to do, and it works. And we all know there's struggles. We all know it's not, like a couple of my girls have messaged me privately and have been real down in the dumps and said, I just can't do this. And I mean, I'm not directing it at one certain person, because a lot of them have done it. I don't think I can do this. I'm not made for this. I think I'll quit. And I go, what? Quit on yourself. Okay. That's easy, isn't it? Like, you can quit now, or you can push through those hard times, and you can come out the other side and be a stronger person because you've done it. And 90% of those girls, that's exactly what they've done. And I've been so proud of them. And I tell them that. I say to them, I'm proud that you have worked it out for yourself and you've come out the other side, and look how happy you are now. There's people on our team that whinge and whine, and, as we all have on our teams, and say, but nothing works. I've tried this, I've tried that. But have they really? Or have they just thought that they did? And that's what I say to my girls, have you really tried it? Or are you just thinking about trying it, or you've half tried it? Because obviously it works for the ones that it's worked for. So you're doing exactly the same thing. So why is it not working? It's about how much you want it, and how much you're willing to put in. So, sorry, girls, I had COVID not long ago. So I'm still really got that tiggly cough. But there's not really much else I can tell you that our team does. Honestly, we just do all what I've just told you, and it works. And I don't know why it works, but it does. And I hope it continues to work. And I hope that girls continue to be honest. Have I had girls on my team come back and say to their sponsors, I don't like Denise, she's a bitch. Yeah, I've had that. I've had that a few times. And you've got to expect that, because I'm not a bitch, by the way. I can be harsh, but I'm not a bitch. You know, you can't get along with every single person. We're totally different. And the people who want it and are prepared to take things on will. The people that don't will use every excuse in the book, and you'll never be able to change them anyway. So don't try. You're just hitting your head against a brick wall. You can be there as much as you want, but you'll never change the ones that don't want it for themselves. You can't want it for them. They've got to want it for themselves. So in all that we do, all I say to them is, why? Why are you doing this? What are you prepared to put in? And what are you prepared to overcome? And are you doing anything to improve yourself? Sorry, that cough gets you after a while. So I'm going to end it there before I cough my lungs up. Has anybody got any questions?
I do.
Sorry, who's I do?
Me.
Indeed. You're not allowed to question me. You know too much.
Okay, first thing, I think I want to put into perspective. I missed the beginning, but for perspective, for everyone listening that's not on your team, how long have you? I'd like to say you and Juanita, because I feel like you guys like did it together.
Go like this.
You and Juanita, like when did you guys first join? And how long do you feel like it took you for your business to get to this point? Like, I want people to realize, you know, how long have you been in the business? How long have you worked for? I started the end of May 2019. 19. And Juanita started June. Yeah, she pretty much joined me after. She was my first. And then, like I said, we went, the team very first hit director figures in September 21. So no, I had a 5-year plan, and I've still got a 5-year plan. It's just changed a little bit now. It's not that it's hard work, guys. You all know it's not hard work. It's consistent work. And we all make mistakes, and you've got to admit that you make mistakes and you find another way. And that's what a team does together. So we also, and I hope Juanita doesn't mind me discussing this, we've explained to our team how my journey started pretty much the same time, maybe a couple of weeks before Juanita's, and how Juanita is only in the last month, her business has started to grow. But she never quit. Not once did she ever come to me and say, I've had enough of this? And I was so proud of her that she stayed in there and she just kept pushing and pushing. And now her team is growing, and she's promoted last month. And it was so nice to come on and do her shout out that she promoted. So I say to the girls, so you never know where your journey is. Like, yes, okay, I made a director, but I'm no different to any of you girls. I'm just the one that was in at the start and put in the work. But Juanita started at the same time, but her journey is just a little bit behind. Does that mean that she's not going to make it? No, because she will, because, you know, I know how much that she wants it. And that's the problem. The girls that don't want it will find every excuse not to do it. The girls that do want it will come to every training. They will comment, they will share, they will, you know, and that's what you want. You work with the ones who want it. The ones that don't want it, don't hit your head against the brick wall, because they'll never want it. They'll find every excuse not to do anything with it. And it doesn't work because of this, and this. Well, we all know it works. And I always say to the girls, if you don't like what I'm telling you, go onto YouTube, find an SSD that's at the top, that's done it, that's made it. Listen to them. You know, find someone that you connect with. If you don't connect with me, find someone that you do, and then come back and share it with the team. And that's why I also like them talking in our group chats, because they all have their skills. They all have their different strengths that they can share with the team. The team is about every single person in that team. It's not about me. It's not about Juanita. it's about everything that everybody else commits to that team, and we all learn by them as well. So I think that's the only reason I can think that our team has stayed strong. I know, have we got a long way to go? Hell yeah, we got a long, long way to go. But I know that the girls that have committed to this point will be there when we all get to the top, because I just know their commitment is full on, and they're not going anywhere. And that's what you need to know, you know. But you also have to ride the highs and lows to get there. So, yeah. So not long. It didn't take us long, but we did commit to the work and we did follow the system. And that's all I can tell you, is that we did, because we sit there sometimes and think, what did we do? And I always say to the girls, we didn't know how it all worked. It said in your book, do this, so we did it. And then we looked at the next step and it said, do this, so we did it. No, there's no big secret to it. It's just committing and being consistent and turning up every day to your work, because this is your work, this is your life, if you want it to be. So you need to turn up. If you take, and we've talked about this too, the girls that take a big break, and for some reason, health reasons, whatever, your customer base will fall off. And that's not as easy to build up as what you think when you first start, because Juanita's laughing in the background because she knows what it's like. And we've probably all been through it, but from day one, I've always been consistent on my page. I always post at least twice a day. I'm not good with YouTube and what do you call it? Instagram, and I'm learning. I'm actually getting lessons from my daughter, which is really sad. I don't know how to do all those fangle dangle, things where you put music. I just do very basic, and share. It's not always about Scentsy. That's the other thing, is that, and this is something that my daughter actually told me. She said, if you want followers, you can't always be doing Scentsy. It's your life. You need to share it. Find what your skills are in life and share it. And all my team do that. They're finding now, what am I good at? And some of them go, oh, I don't know what I'm good at. Well, work it out. What do you do in life? What makes you happy? And then share that. So that's my only last tip that I can give you is open up, share your life. If you're not good at technology, don't worry, because I'm not either. And I probably never will be. But I even look at some of Cindy's stuff she does and I go, how the hell does she do that? I need to go to Cindy's place and find out how you do these Instagram things. But anyway, one day we will learn. It's a learning curve for every single step of whatever you do in this business. So anyway, I hope that has helped or given anybody something, to take back to their teams. Whether you've got one person on your team, whether you've got 50, whether you've got 100, it doesn't matter. And we all have different ways, and I'd love to hear some other people's ideas on how they run their team too, because I'm sure we've got a lot to learn. That's just how our team is getting by at the moment. So I hope it has helped. That's it. If anybody's got any questions, otherwise I'm done.
Just a request that's come through.
Yeah.
Someone asked, is there any way that you can possibly put up your tips in written form? So
yeah, I can. I'll type it up and put down pretty much what I've talked in like a format.
Yeah, I think, well, I'm just going to call her out on it. Caitlin didn't bring a pen and a notepad, and I think she was just like, is this going to be up in written form? I was like, I will totally ask. And I do have it recorded, Leanne, so I will get that up. I think part of the written form, I think some people wanted some of your like challenges that you've maybe done. In the past. But I don't think you realize how inspiring you are, and people have gotten some ideas from this. And I know that you don't think that there's anything special that you do, you and your team. And I think that's where people need to start realizing it's not about these big, extravagant, like things that you do. It's these small, consistent things that you do every single day. And like you said, this is your business. You show up, you're there, you're here. And I think that's what people don't understand. It's not this, you don't have to go completely out of your way to be successful in this business. You just have to show up and be consistent. And you've heard Denise talk about this throughout her whole training. And the other thing I love is that you're keeping everyone accountable through your chats and your challenges, which is also very, very inspiring. Thank you so much, Denise, for jumping on and sharing this. Denise was supposed to share this at the IM event, which isn't going ahead. And so you will see the rest of the presenters over the next couple of Wednesdays jumping on and presenting their topics. And thank you so much, Denise. You're the best. Honestly.
Thank you for asking. And yeah, if anybody, I'll try and type it up for everybody. And I just hope that you got something out of it anyway. And thank you to all my girls for showing your faces, because I know I concentrated on you, and I love you for it. Thank you, Cindy, for asking. And just a hint to everybody, if Cindy asks you to do something and it's out of your comfort zone, just do it. I even spoke to my girls before and I said, I'm so nervous about getting on tonight, and I just want to see your faces there. But you know, if you don't do something that scares you, it's always going to be that fear, and you're never going to do it. So just do it. And if you stuff it up, who cares? Just do it again and again until you figure it out. There's no secret to it. Just overcome your fears. So anyway, I hope you all have a great night, and I look forward to whoever else chats, and I'm sure we're going to hear some great, I saw some of the topics and I think I can't wait to hear some of them. So yeah, it'll be great. Thank you, Cindy, for everything you do. And thank you for asking.
No, thank you. Have a
all
great
right. Night, everybody.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye.